What's up guys, Shizbaka here with Shiz's Picks episode 8, where I talk about the digital releases that I played throughout the week, my opinion of them, the achievement list, so on and so forth. So first up we have Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime, which is $15. This game can be played either alone with a pet that you control, or you can play it co-op. Apparently from what I've heard it's a lot easier co-op, but I played it alone, which explains why I'm terrible at it. And what's interesting about this game, even though it's a bit hard to see because everything is so small, is you have to take control of all these little stations in your ship. You have the 4 guns, you have a map, you have the steering, you have the shield, a big rotating laser around it. There's a lot to control at once. When you're playing alone, you can just send your pet to another station while you run to another one, so that at least makes life a bit easier. But apparently it's a lot easier co-op, and I can imagine it really is when you only have to focus on half the stations. The graphic style is really nice, a lot of bright colors, and it's very clean. The music in this game is phenomenal. It's the best part of the game, and it's definitely interesting. Personally, for me, it does nothing for me. I was very hyped up for it and excited, and I'm about a fifth through and I have no desire to continue really, besides achievements. The achievement list is pretty good actually. It's a good mix of, you know, beat the game, beat a level without dying, fully upgrade your ship, don't upgrade your ship, find all the prisoners, and so on and so forth. So the achievement list, it's got enough to keep you going back for more if you're an achievement hunter, and it's not just a typical like beat the game without dying in 17 seconds and all that good stuff. But yeah, for some reason it just does nothing for me. But I would suggest checking out a bit more of this one if you're interested, just in case you wind up like me and you're disappointed. Next up we have Draw Stickman Epic, which came out this week at $8. And it's quite interesting in the sense that, yeah, it's not the best looking game or whatever, and the music is a bit repetitive even though it's good. It's interesting in the sense that you draw your own character and your own friend that you're trying to save. So I drew my character as Isaac from The Binding of Isaac, and then my friend is a big cock and balls named Schnitzlbutter. Anyways, this game is cool in the sense that you have to draw to solve puzzles. So like in this level, the first level, you have to draw fire to explode dynamite and burn down fences to progress, and then it ends up being that you'll have to make clouds to make flowers grow and lightning to bring zombies back to life. This one I'm about a third through and I'm really liking it. I definitely need to play this one more. It's definitely a lot of fun. Achievement list is actually huge. There's a lot of achievements and there's a good variety to them. Obviously there's, you know, beat levels, beat the game, so on and so forth, use the fire 100 times, burn a rabbit with fire 100 times, I think, use the fire 1,000 times, all that. But those you could just grind them out anyways really quickly after being done with the game if you haven't gotten them. There's collectibles in the form of puzzle pieces on every single level. And there's also these little dudes that have colors, which when you find them, not only is it a collectible and you unlock them or whatever, but when you go back to the draw your own character screen, you have new colors to choose from. You start with 4 and then you have like 12 or 16 or maybe even 20. It's definitely a digit with a multiple of 4. Anyways, this game has gotten pretty clever. Like here I'm using keys rather than fire, and the key will break so you have to make a new one, and here I'm gonna die against an enemy, but you can either make him kill himself or get around him without using a key for an achievement. Anyways, for $8 it's a lot of fun and it's very clever. This one you might want to check out. It's pretty interesting. Next we have Castle Crashers Remastered, which if you have a 360 or a PS3, you probably played this and loved it. It's definitely one of the best arcade titles on the 360, and this is one of the few remasters that I'm glad to see come back. It's pretty annoying that they're always remastering games and doing the definitive edition or whatever instead of just making new games, but This one is definitely worth it, and they did a Minecraft type thing where if you already own the 360 version, you can get this game for free until September 20th. After that, it'll be $5 instead of 15. And if you haven't bought this before, it's $15, but it's well worth the money. The achievement list is the same as it was before. They swapped out one achievement though for the new mode that I'm going to show in a second called Back Off Barbarian, which is pretty fun. It's pretty damn hard, pretty quick. But Castle Crashers is still awesome. They revamped the graphics a bit. It's 60 frames a second. You can transfer your character from your 360 over to your one, which also obviously will make getting achievements easier. But as far as if you want to just continue your character and whatever, then at least you have that option. This game, I mean, it was amazing when it came out. It's still amazing now. It's so fun. I had it on my 360 for a couple of years, but only ever played it for maybe like 2 hours. It was just one of those games that I kept saying, oh, I'll come back to it, and I never did. So now that I have it on the one, and I can stream it, and I can get more gamer score for it, I'm definitely going to go back to it. But this game is just, I mean, everybody's said what needs to be said about this game. Not very many people dislike this game, and for good reason. It's just amazing. Great graphics. The soundtrack is amazing. I have to remember to pick this one up because it's just awesome. But I mean, the Behemoth, they only make good games. Alien Hominid is good, even though it's impossible. Battle Block Theater is amazing. So yeah, I would definitely suggest Castle Crashers to pretty much anybody. And finally, my pick of the week is Leo's Fortune. I had a tough time choosing between this and Castle Crashers, but considering Castle Crashers is a couple of years old, I'm going to give it to Leo's Fortune by default, even though it did come out, I believe, last year on Steam. But it's out this week on the Xbox One, and it's amazing. It's only $7, which is kind of surprising because the game is a decent length for a platformer, and it looks and sounds insanely good. It's just gorgeous, and it's so damn fun. So basically, you play as Leo, you're looking for your fortune. I know, very surprising. The controls are the most simplistic thing in the world. You have the left stick to move left and right. You use the A button to jump and the X button to butt slam, and that's it. There's a bit of puzzle solving. It's not very complicated. There aren't that many puzzles, and it shouldn't take you too long to figure them out. It's more just straight up platforming and avoiding obstacles, which, like any game like this, it starts off very easy, as you can see, and then I'll show a bit later in the game, but it gets a bit trickier. And the game itself is not very hard unless you're going to achievement hunt. The achievement list is very straightforward. It's basically 3-star everything. There's a star for getting all the coins, getting no deaths, and getting a certain time. Obviously, there's 20 levels. Obviously, the levels like 17 to 20 are pretty much a pain in the ass to beat without dying, but it's doable. There's also 4 bonus levels that you unlock by getting a certain amount of stars. There's achievements tied to them. There's also collectibles, which are very easy. Usually I'm blind and dumb and I can't find anything, and this one I found them all first or second try with no problem. It's just it's so fun. It looks great, sounds great, plays great, and it's just so addicting. And it's one of those games where when I was streaming on Twitch, people are like, oh, this game is really cool, and then when they tried it for themselves, they said, oh my god, I love this game, thank you so much. But yeah, definitely suggest this one, and hopefully I helped you guys pick your game of the week. Thanks for watching.